Right, today we're going to talk about routing and routing techniques. Routing is looking at your inputs and your outputs. Your input is the origin of the sound source. What produces the sound? Is it a synthesizer? Is it a live instrument? Is it a vocalist plugged in with a mic? Or is it a plugin? Your output is where is the signal being sent to? One very helpful organizational tool is routing your tracks into main elements. These main elements are called drums, bass, and keys. So all of your drum information is going to be routed to the drum bus. All of your bass information, all of your bass channels are going to be routed to your bass bus, and all of your instruments, as in keyboards, pianos, string sections, orchestra sections, pads, all of that stuff goes into the keys bus. How does that help us? Imagine this scenario. You as a producer make a hit track with an artist. Now the record company wants to take this artist on road, take him on tour. For this tour, they've decided they want to use a live band. The musical director who's in charge of the live band is going to give you, the producer, a phone call because he needs stems. Stems of drums, stems of bass, and key stems. Now you as a producer, rather than going through all of your channels and soloing and bouncing and sending them off, you can just mute the bass and the keys bus in order to bounce a drum bus. And that makes life a bit more easier. So let's start by opening up the session, call it tutorial session. Prepare this first tutorial. You'll see it's fairly straightforward. We've got drums, we've got a bass line, and we've got keys. So the first thing I'm going to do is organize it a bit, take the bass down, take the keys way down. So in my arrangement, it's first drums, then bass, then keys. Right? Let's get to routing. So let me go into first channel, check what it is. It's kick and snare. Obviously, part of the drum kit. So what I'm going to do is go into this section. I'm going to look at the channel information now. It's specifically into your input I and your output O. Input sound source is ultra beat. The output right now is going to your master, to your stereo out. I want it to go to a bus. So what do? Go click on it, hold it down, scroll down to bus, go to bus 1. Just take this off. As you can see, it's produced a drum bus, which is showing right here next to the channel. Or if I go to the mixer, it's this here, the yellow channel. The yellow channels are like buses and masters. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the name of the bus and rename it drums. So go back to arrangements. As you can see, all of these are drums. So I have to do the same thing. So I clicked on the next one, route to stereo out, click on it, hold it down, scroll down to bus, scroll up to drums. Okay, since I have 3 more to do, there's a more efficient way of doing it. Let me go into the mixer, click on it. Okay, here you can see these have been routed to bus 1 already. These 3 haven't. I just soloed them so I can see clearly on the mixer view what I'm dealing with. Okay, instead of doing them one by one, click it, hold it down, mark all of them, go to the output section, bus 1. So all of the drums are now routed to bus 1. Go back to the arrangement page, take the solo off. Next is the bass, solo the bass just to make sure it is the bass line. Yeah, happy days. Go to your output section, click and hold, bus 2, because it's your bass bus now. What I'm going to do, see it's created a new bass, it's created a new bus, named it auxiliary 2 or aux 2. I'm going to double click on it, name it bass. Lastly, for the key, for the piano, it's the piano, right? So output section, bus 3. This is my keys bus. And now that's all been routed. If you go into the mixer view, you can see drums, bass, and keys. Now, as in the scenario before, the guy wants a drum stem. So what do? All I have to do, instead of going through all of these and finding my drums, all of these channels in the arrangement page to find my drums, I go to the mixer, click on bass and keys, and mute that. Play it. It's only drums. I can go straight away, bounce that, and send that to whoever needs that. So it might look a bit easy because the session is so small, but bear in mind, as you become better and more professional and start dealing with professional situations, your arrangement, your sessions, they grow. Up to about 30, 40, 50, 60 tracks, that's without vocals. So when you have so many tracks and you're working towards a project, you're working towards a deadline, organization is key. No faffing about, just get it done with. And by busting it like this, the organization helps you to be more efficient. Let's have a look again. Drums, bass, and keys, main components. So split them up, create buses, and yeah, that's routing. And it's going to help you be more organized, more efficient. And that is it. I hope you understood.